Okay, good morning students. Today we are going to start chapter 20, that is pollution of water. Right? In this chapter, the main topics which we will study, they are first is the water pollution, then potable water, then methods of treatment of water, then different methods like filtration, chlorination and all these. Then last one, water conservation. Right? So students, all these topics we will complete today and cover in this video. I hope that you will understand, watch this carefully and after that do reading by home. Okay, let me start. Water pollution. First of all, you should know water is very essential for life, for whole life, plants, animals, microorganisms, everyone. Water is essential. And you know, water is having certain qualities. Water is having certain means the components which are means the important, right, which are important, and some undesirable materials which are not important, or we can say which are harmful for the mankind and for other animals also. So when undesirable materials they get mixed with water, when undesirable substances they get mixed with water and make it unfit for drinking, that is called water pollution. Or more specifically, we can define water pollution how? Means the change in the normal properties of water due to the addition of the undesirable substances, that is water pollution. Clear? Then comes the how we can recognize it, how we will come to know that water is polluted. So its properties will get changed, right? Properties will get changed. So how we can? First, it will give us the bad taste. First of all, bad taste. Second, there will be no transparency. Okay, water will not be transparent because some materials will be dissolved here. Then there will be the growth of the third. There will be the growth of aquatic weeds, right? Aquatic weeds will grow in that particular water body, right? Then there will be the oil and grease. They may get float over the water. Okay, grease they may get float over the water. All these are the indications. All these are observations by which we came to know that water is polluted. Clear? Then what are the different causes of water pollution? What are the different causes of water pollution, students? So first of all, main reason, that is the human activities. You know, human activities. Humans, they do so many activities which are responsible for the pollution of water, like the bathing, like the washing clothes nearby the water body, right? And everything means nearby the rivers and ponds, everything they will pollute the water. Okay, so main activities are bathing and washing clothes near the ponds and rivers. First. Second one is the industrial effluents. Second one is the industrial waste, or we can say industries. They are responsible for. Okay, they release some substances or materials which are called the industrial effluents. Directly they release. These are they are byproduct of the industries. Okay, and directly they release them into nearby water body. That is the main reason for water pollution. Then third one is the use of means the pesticides and fertilizers. All these means, you know, agricultural farmer for the better yield will use the pesticides and fertilizer for the better production, and after heavy rain, along with that soil particles, all they get mixed ultimately with water, and this will be harmful for the life, and mainly it will affect the aquatic life, right? So pesticides and fertilizers are also responsible for this one, water pollution, right? Then domestic waste of the cities like sewage. You know, sewage is what? Sewage is the waste water coming out from the homes, from the hospitals, from the various offices, that is called the sewage. So if that sewage is not properly treated first of all, then after that sewage get mixed with the main water body and pollute that, right? So better to purify this first of all. Treatment, sewage treatment plants are there also, and we will discuss in the later this topic in the treatment of water. So we are discussing, students, here what are the different causes of water pollution. And sometimes you have seen the oil, grease floating over the surface of water. So how that is? Because sometimes the tankers, they get leak out, oil spills are there. So ultimately that pollute the oceans and they cause a great loss to marine life, right? What will happen when such type of water and grease will float over the surface? There will be the deficiency. For example, this is the water surface and here is living, means aquatic life is there. Oil and grease is floating over this surface of water. So here what will be? Here will be a barrier now between this and oxygen. Means the marine life will not get the sufficient oxygen and they will die because of the oxygen deficiency. This is one of the reason of this pollution, water pollution, right? Then sometimes acid rain. Okay, acid rain is there. We have discussed it in air pollution chapter. What is acid rain? So means when rainwater get mixed with harmful gases like the nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, they form the different types of the acid like the nitrous acid, sulfuric acid, sulfurous acid and all these. Ultimately when they fall on the land, they will destroy the crops, other historical monuments, and directly they will fall on the water body. In this way, this acid will destroy the aquatic life also. So all these are the various types of various causes we have discussed which are responsible for polluting water. Clear? Next one is the potable water. Students, you know what is potable water? Water that is fit for drinking, simply. That is fit for drinking. We call that water as the potable water. So what should the qualities? What should be the qualities of potable water? First foremost is the transparency. It should be transparent. It should be colorless and free from any odor, or we can say the smell, right? And there should not be any type of the suspended impurities. So I discussed earlier that it should be transparent, right? Tasteless, odorless, transparent, okay, colorless also. And it should be free from the harmful chemicals and microorganisms, right? There are several parameters, several testing techniques are there in which water is tested before supplying it to the homes, right? So this is about the potable water. Now, how we can purify the drinking water? Various methods here we will discuss how we can purify water. But first of all, you should understand why there is need to purify water. Why there is need to purify water? Means to destroy harmful chemicals, okay, and to remove the impurities from water so that it cannot harm the life, right? First method of purification we will study now, that is filtration. Various methods we will study: filtration, chlorination, boiling and all these. Filtration is simple method, students, where means water is purified by passing it through the layers of sand, gravel and all these. This is the physical method. Here means the large sized particles, they get trapped in the filters and we can get the clean water or the pure water, right? So filtration method, although this is the primary stage where we can purify, but still we cannot remove the, we can say, the microorganisms from the water. We cannot remove that by filtration. This is for the large sized particles, suspended particles. Clear? Second is the boiling. Boiling is good, means it can kill the germs. Second method is the boiling method. By boiling method means that we can kill the harmful microorganisms or the germs. Chlorination method. Chlorination means third one where we add the chlorine. Chlorination method. In chlorination, we will add the chlorine tablets in the water, and or simply you have heard the name bleaching powder. Okay, that is means composition is that is the main component is the chlorine in bleaching powder, right? So here means this is good method, but again we should not use more and more chlorine in the water because they are also having some side effects. Then is the loading. Loading is what? Means where we use the alum. We have studied in the previous class also. That is the loading method. Here we use the alum. And alum is having the property where all other suspended particles, they get trapped, accumulated near this alum. So, means the heavier particles then settle down, and in this way water can be purified. Alum along with the suspended water impurities, it will settle down and we can get the pure water. So this is the loading method. Okay students, so these are the few methods which we have discussed for water purification. Right, first is the filtration, then chlorination, then the boiling simple, then by alum or we can say the loading method. Clear? Then the treatment of the major sources of water pollution. Major sources means when the water is supplied on large scale to the homes. Like first the sewage treatment we will take here. Sewage treatment. How we can treat the sewage? So first of all, sewage, this is churned in the, there are the sewage treatment plants. Okay students, industries are there and we call them sewage treatment plants. So there, sewage first of all it is churned, mixing is there, and it is passed down then through the different types of the filters, and somehow means some of the heavier particles they settle down and floating down, and then water to some extent become pure. There are several stages, several methods of the water treatment, how we can treat in sewage treatment plant, but in higher classes you will study all the different stepwise these processes of water treatment in the sewage treatment plant, right? Second, we have discussed alum, that is good treatment. That alum means along with it will take the suspended impurities and then settle down, right? Then chlorination also we have discussed, chlorination method. So all these are the methods how we can treat the water and will make it fit for the drinking. Now how we can conserve water, students? Conservation of water is the last topic of this chapter. Conservation of water. Conservation of water. So how we can conserve water? First of all, again comes the human activities. We have to take care, right? Avoid using the shower. It is better to use bucket and use mug for taking bath. Okay, don't means unnecessarily we have to waste water. Don't leave the tap open. Never let water to go down into the drains. Okay, don't leave water running when washing dishes by hand. Some of the care we should take care here, precautions and measures by which we can minimize the loss of water. We can conserve water. Okay, and we should not use the car, and all these points are given very well in the book. So my simple activities, they are human directly focused on this because humans are responsible for directly and indirectly for the pollution, any kind of, whether water pollution, whether air pollution or soil pollution, anything. Is it clear? So this is all about this chapter, water pollution. Thank you.